dive. That's what running backs don't like at all.
Block comes off the field. Sider back in the game. It's going to be second down, 10 yards to go. At the 38-yard line of Houston Yates. Harrington rolling right. Wings it out there. Anderson. Another great catch by Anderson. In what would appear to be a losing effort this afternoon. You certainly can't find anything wrong with Anderson's performance. There's another flag down, however, but let's go ahead and watch the replay first.
Maybe we can see what the flag is for. Notice Harrington on the roll and the man tracking him and then whacks him. I would not be surprised if that were a Houston Yates penalty for hitting after Harrington delivered the ball. Meanwhile, Anderson's a magician. If Anderson catches 6 passes today, he breaks the all-time record for Odessa Permian catches in a season. He has just tied it. That's number 5. Anderson needs one more catch. It would be 71. Now, what are we going to call here?
Well, they're still talking it over. The penalty indicated against Yates. 7:59 left to play. Meanwhile, 23-0 the score. Yates over Permian.
Wait.
Penalty declined to take the yardage in the first down.
That should be tacked on to the end of the play. That's a personal foul. Now, John Wilkins is out there saying, hey, give me a break here.
Just got a shot. Was that crazy, Ray? I just looked at the monitor for a second.
That's what John Wilkins was protesting. Apparently, he got a reasonable answer from referee Marvin Cantor as to why the personal foul penalty was not tacked on to the end of that play.
Well, it'll be first down at the 28-yard line as Permian gets closer to a score. They've been averaging about 34 points a game, but they've got nothing this afternoon, and the flags come flying now. Still 7:59 to go, and it's been a kind of a long break here in between plays. Offsides Permian. So it'll be first down 15.
The right side got tackle. The wrong snap count.
What was that song by, who was it? I was going the right way, you were going the right way. Who's the guy from New Orleans who sang that?
Ray,
not Captain Hook.
You're listening to those country and western stations. Again, I try to tell you, easy listening.
No, it was rock and roll, but it was in the 50s, and nobody can remember those songs. Nobody wants to. Pass is overthrown, incomplete down at the 20-yard line. Too tall.
You know, if they'll run that play again, but run it as a fake and have Anderson break off it deep, the Houston players reacted immediately to come forward as Harrington pumped his arm.
I thought of the guy who sang the song. It was Dr. John, but I can't remember the name of the song. I was on the inside, you were on the outside.
Hey,
some nonsensical song.
Anything you say, right?
Okay. Second down, 15 to go at the 33-yard line. Anderson splits left and Lauterbach down to the right. Another play action fake. Good blocking this time. And the quick toss over to the tight end. And they have not utilized Watson this afternoon. Nolan Watson, 161-pound junior tight end. Tackle made by Melvin Foster. So they get a few on the reception.
That's a play they probably should have gone to long ago, as the wide receivers head downfield and the linebackers either drop deep in coverage or come for the quarterback. That inside belly zone, that 5, 7, 8 yards down from the line of scrimmage, has been fairly open.
Third down, 9 yards to go at the 27. With just over 7 minutes to play. Harrington will roll right, and he eludes one tackler. He's got nobody open out there. Now he will have to keep the ball, and he's swarmed under at the 33-yard line. Larry Gill over there to make the tackle. So was Chris Gardner, the strong side linebacker. Boy, you just cannot say enough about the job that the Yates defense has done. And when you start handing out accolades, Norm, to the defensive line, you got to remember the linebackers. We've mentioned their names so many times, and the secondary players. They are covering the receivers. The only catches made today by Anderson have been under a lot of pressure and with defenders all over him.
Anderson's made several nice catches, but a couple were at the end of the first half, and they've kept Anderson contained, not controlled, but contained.
Harrington on 4th down. Again, he's sacked at the 31-yard line, and that is a bundle of sacks for the Yates defense. Number 66, Melvin Foster, in there to make the tackle.
Ace with another sack for Houston Yates.
He said it a lot today, hadn't he?
And now it's Melvin still has a few more things to say. He has been ushered off the field by Hobson, and really there's not a lot of call for that.
Okay, with the score 23-0, Yates 6:15 left to play in the football game, and we'll be back.
And that late flag apparently will be another penalty against Permian. At least the reaction of the players on the field and the crowd to it indicate that penalty will be a step off. It is another personal foul against Permian, the 3rd for late hit today. The problem for the Permian team is they're a swarm the ball defensive type of team. Bailey is as you get to see some shucking and jiving on the Yates sideline.
Saw a great banner that said Mojo No Mo. It was a big banner. That's a great shot.
The problem for the officials and for Permian is Bailey's a squirmy type of running back. He's always making a last move, and you never quite get the feeling he's down. That's not in defense of a late hit so much as it is to tell you Bailey's the type of guy you hit until you got him surely down.
Okay, Price gives off, and here we go again. 40, 35, 30, and down to the 24-yard line. Lawrence King. And we got another flag down. This one back near the line of scrimmage. And it was Darren Allman who saved the touchdown, but let's go back the other way.
Wipe it out. Backs in motion against the Houston Yates Lions on the play, and it'll wipe out a substantial, almost 30-yard gain for King.
Lawrence King playing in the shadow of Johnny Bailey, but when they give him the ball and he's got the blocking up front, he shines too. Two excellent running backs paired up with quarterback Charles Price. You just can't find any weaknesses with the Yates football team. The only thing that has tended to bother them this year is the mistakes and penalties and that sort of thing. But heck, when you can have 5 personal fouls, miss an extra point, cough up the ball a couple times, throw an interception or 2, and still beat a team 34-7 like they beat Holmes last week in San Antonio, that really says something. Here comes Bailey again. He cuts to the outside, 35. What a move by Bailey. He's down to the 26-yard line, and he is putting on a show.
Bailey approaching 200 yards in rushing now. Let us, as you see Yates celebrate, let us detail their year for you. As you see Bailey, now, watch a guy that's always thinking touchdown. Right here, Bailey starts thinking touchdown. Now, he could stay inside and get an extra 5, but that's not where the touchdown is. Now, watch the cut back here. He's thinking, touch, get me in the end zone. A lot of guys, when they break the line of scrimmage, look for where they're going to go down. Bailey looks for where he's going to wind up. 187 yards on 18 carries.
Well, he had something like 242 last week against Holmes.
That's 429 yards in the last 2 weeks for Bailey. Well, here's some more.
And here we go again. 20, 15, 10, 5, and it's another touchdown for the Yates Lions. And it's Johnny Fisher, who has just come into the ball game, replacing King. And they have got yet another back who can carry it. Johnny Fisher.
Johnny Fisher.
Doesn't say here whether he's a junior or a senior. I have a sneaking suspicion he'll probably be back next year.
Let me give you an outrageous statistic, okay? That is the 41st time this year Johnny Fisher has carried the ball. You got that in your mind?
The 41st time.
41st carry for Johnny Fisher.
Not many carries in 16 games.
13 for touchdowns.
Oh, my.
Is that not outrageous?
Smith connects on the extra point kick.
7.25 yards every carry this year for Fisher. 13 of his 41 carries for touchdowns.
Okay, 5:03 left to play in the football game as we get a look at Fisher's touchdown run. How about that cutback? We were talking about Bailey earlier. Slips about 3.